What's up? Jace over here at Red Digital.
And Leslie at Red Digital.
And we took 4 weeks off just because we're busy making dough.
We recently got into bread making. It's been crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. We're talking cash. Cold hard cash. Those are Benjamins. Okay, and I got a new iPhone. I'm a Pixel guy, but I switched over to the iPhone, so if we look really good today, it's because of our iPhone.
It's our iPhone.
Okay, so what are we talking about today, Leslie?
Today, we are talking about an amazing discovery, which is calling leads matters.
Calling leads matters.
This is groundbreaking.
I know.
This is new to everybody. It's crazy.
No, this actually is really important, and we're going to go over some tips that you guys can do to make sure you can schedule appointments. Now, why do we run into this? When we take on a client, let me tell you normally how it happens. We take on a client, we fix their website, we get them all ranked, we start pushing them a lot of leads, and all of a sudden then they'll call us and be like, we don't have more appointments. And we're like, why don't you have more appointments? And they're just like, we're not scheduling. So what's the deal? What's normally the deal in that case?
So what happens is like you said, we get somebody and they're like, yeah, my front desk is going to call them.
Yeah.
But the front desk already has a full-time job, which is scheduling the people that you have, doing paperwork, insurance, all that crap. And then you're just giving them 50 people, 100 people a week to say, hey, in your free time, call them. Well, nobody ever has free time to call. Yes. So then you have 100 of these leads that you paid money for that are sitting there, and you're not seeing them translate over to scheduled appointments because no one's reaching out to them.
Yeah. And don't think that a lead is just going to all of a sudden call you and schedule an appointment. It doesn't happen that way. Okay, leads, you have to nurture a lead and you have to get them in the office. You have to talk to them. So, and another thing is you're hiring your front office person. Normally that's something you're putting out in an ad to say, we need a front office person. They're not a scheduler. They're not good on the phone normally as far as closing deals to get them to schedule. So what we normally have found, the clinics that are hitting record numbers in the past 3 months, they continue to do it, are the clinics that have a good scheduler. And
that's their job.
Yeah, that is their whole job.
Their whole job is you get leads from Leslie, you call them, you sit down, you call them. Then you go home and then you come back and do it again.
Yeah.
Like, that's been the biggest difference between my clients that are doing record-breaking numbers, best weeks back to back to back, and the ones that are not, or struggling. It's that importance of a scheduler.
Yeah, and we almost lost a client. Like, we hate losing clients. We almost lost a client. We were producing about 180 leads a month, and they actually had a scheduler. And we're like, hey, what's going on here? Why aren't you guys getting people? Because we are producing high quality leads. And if you look at our last recaps, our marketing recaps, we have a whole section on the quality of lead, what type of lead you need to create. It's just not a name number. It's a whole quality of life survey. Okay. So, and Leslie's texting. She's talking to clients on marketing recaps.
I am so sorry.
I mean, we have millions of people watching these videos and you are
I know, texting. But my clients come first.
Oh, okay. So what I was saying is, so we almost lost a client because they were like, hey, we're not getting a return. And we're like, why aren't you getting a return? Everyone else is. Well, it came down to their scheduler wasn't calling.
And then we realized, and then we asked the better question, why?
Yeah. Why isn't he calling? Or why,
Yeah, why aren't they calling? And it turned out they weren't a scheduler, Jace.
Well, yeah.
It turned out they were a high-end closer who, in their free time, would call. Yeah. And that's not a scheduler. That is someone that has a full job who, in their free time, will call. That's not a scheduler.
Yeah. Some good companies to look at that are really good at doing this are tech companies where they have your setter and then they have your closer person. So you just need a person that is following up with all of your leads, all your past clients, setting you up appointments. Mm-hmm. Okay?
So we have millions of chiros, acupuncturists, regenerative medicine people watching us right now. And they're saying, hey, I have that problem. How do I fix it?
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, your mom.
Okay, she's the only one that watches our videos, but that's okay.
Okay, so this is how you fix that problem. You get a scheduler.
Yep.
Either in office You train them, you have them basically deal with your leads. This only works for someone that is getting hundreds of leads a month, like per week, basically.
Yeah.
Having someone in office is if you're producing the amount to pay for that person, essentially. Then you have the second option, which is a virtual, and that's essentially you don't really need someone in office. Everything can be done virtually, the scheduling, the payment, all of that. I have clients that do.
Yeah, and especially with COVID right now, there's a lot of people sitting home right now that can pick up the phone. You can go to places like Upwork if you want to go overseas. I don't recommend that unless they're English speaking and they're amazing. Then go overseas.
Yeah.
But it's not that expensive.
No.
What's expensive is dropping a lot of money on marketing and then now scheduling.
Yep.
Okay, that's
expensive. And then what's the third option?
Third option is us. Okay. We were forced into this situation because we're really good at generating leads, but we found that we were bombarding our clinics and we're like, hey, let us start calling. So you do have that option if you work with us that we'll call and schedule for you.
Yeah.
And we're good at it.
We are good.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, so that's it. Get yourself a scheduler. Now we have 4 more minutes and we are going to talk about one other thing today. And what is it, Leslie?
You know what?
You forgot exactly what you're
going
to say. I mean, it was good.
Okay, guys.
Don't abandon.
Don't abandon what makes you money. I think this is the hardest lesson I've had to learn during COVID is what is your bread and butter? What keeps the doors open?
Yes.
Continue to do that. Do not abandon that to experiment, especially if you do not have money.
Yes.
So
what we're saying, to be precise, if you are a chiropractor, okay, and that's what you went to school for, you have business as a chiropractor, what you don't want to do is jump ship and jump into, say, stem cell because all of a sudden it's bringing you tons more money, or neuropathy because now you can make $4,000 a case, or what else other things they have.
A really specialized spinal decompression.
Yeah, decompression, things like that. What you don't do is abandon. I've seen some of you guys who are amazing chiropractors. You have a good website. It's up. It's functioning. And then you'll make a whole transition, drop the domain name, lose all of that traffic that you had, create another website that all of a sudden pulls in all the regenerative, functional, all this stuff, and then you struggle in a year. Okay, remember, people, if they know you as the chiropractor, you can't just abandon that. What I recommend is you still operate that website, especially if it has some time behind it, and you start to create a new, and you start to shift. You make a small transition. Don't just kill that website, pull it over, and start all these other things. It kills you because now what you're doing is you are surviving.
You're right.
Yeah,
and that goes with acupuncturists too. I had a sales call yesterday, and this guy saying, I'm getting into stem cell. I'm going to start doing stem cell. I'm so excited, except I can't close them. And I'm like, oh, well, what are you charging? $5,000. I'm like, okay, that's average. What are your other programs? Well, I have an $1,000 acupuncture one. I mean, I closed 98% of them, but I don't want to do that. And in my head, I was like, the time it takes you to close 10 acupunctures, to make $10,000, you're making
five.
If
you close
it just blew my mind that this guy wants to abandon his bread and butter to go into stem cell. I was astonished.
I saw this week. I noticed one guy. He dropped. He still does a lot of chiropractic work, but he's dropped it, and he's jumped over into trying to do these other things. And it's like, you have to have your core business where you are making money, and then you can expand out. Okay,
right.
Don't abandon that business. You can always hire somebody that can do the work. Okay, but if you're known as something, it's hard to turn around and say, okay, now I'm this dude. When if you're a chiropractor, be a chiropractor, or come in and bring somebody in to fulfill it, and then start to pull on another service like neuropathy. Good, that goes right along with it. Get the both going, and then you can transition once you're busy on both. But that's what we've seen.
It is hard when you're either generational or
Yeah.
You have the name as he's the chiropractor in town. And then you can't just switch overnight to be the regenerative guy.
Yeah.
Because have it as an add-on service. I don't know. I'm not going to give you business advice, but just don't drop what makes you money, please.
I will. Do what makes you Benjamins. See? All right. Hope these help, guys. We are in your industry all day long. This is all Leslie does. Okay. If you want us to come speak, you want to do an educational webinar, if you have certain questions, if you're struggling, if you want us to look at your website, hey, we'd be happy to do that. Yeah. And our clients, our clients are doing really well. I don't like to really go out there and say who our clients are due to the fact of why. Why don't we?
Because they're my clients, not yours.
Yeah, because we don't like our competitors going and trying to find them and then duplicating what we are doing, all those types of things. But yeah, our clients are doing really well, and the ones that aren't, we fight like the dickens to make sure they do. Yeah, we get them there. So if you need anything, let us know. Hope this helps. We'll come next week or the week after for another Red Recap.
That's it.
Peace. Keep marketing.
Bye, Jace's mom. Thanks for watching the whole thing.
Thanks.